the police officer.
Yeah.
You have dogs. Do they
We
ever
have
do
a
anything?
husky that lives next door to us who howls quite a bit. And there was a rampant husky, I don't know, around the neighborhood hopping over 6-foot fences into my yard one day.
Yeah.
So they're smart dogs
They're
for sure.
smart, they're mischievous, they're a
Right.
little cunning.
Busy dogs.
Definitely.
All right, coming up, let's take a live look outside. We've got clear skies, pretty calm so far, winds starting to pick up. Look for strong gusty ones later today. I'll have all the details in your First Alert weather forecast.
Plus, we'll hear from the new mayor of Kennewick, Gretel Crawford, on what her and her administration hopes to accomplish during her term. And there are a lot of steps that need to be taken in order for a school bond to be approved, but lawmakers in Olympia are looking to streamline and simplify the process. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Well, are we ready for the really cold weather?
I don't know. Are we ready for the cold weather?
I hope you are, because it's going to be extremely cold. But enjoy today's temperatures, however, gusty winds. Let's take a look outside. Again, we've got strong gusty winds, 34 degrees. Winds are at 9 miles per hour, so our feels like temporarily is down to 27. Want to grab a coat. This will be the last warmish day that we're going to have for at least a week ahead. So get ready for those really cold temperatures. 82% humidity. Our sunset tonight at 4:31. Winter weather advisories, there are several of those. Plus, we have got a cold weather advisory here north of the Tri-Cities area, North Franklin County. Blowing snow again here in the Oregon Blue Mountains. We're going to see some lower elevation snow along the foothills of the Blues, the east slopes of the Cascades, and the Cascade Mountains getting another 2 to 3 feet. Here's what's happening on Skywatch radar. It's pretty calm in our region, but we are seeing those snow showers developing across the Cascade Mountains. So get ready for gusty winds. They're going to kick up later today. Wintry mix and snow coming. We could see some of that later in the afternoon, evening time. 4 to 8 inches possible. Lower elevations, think the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla, Pendleton area. And then that dangerously cold air is coming down in our direction for the next several days. Riley?
Stacy. We have our first school delay this morning. Heppner schools in Morrow County School District are on a 3-hour delay. This is Heppner only. Boardman and Aragon schools are still on the regular schedules so far this morning. With the temperature expected to be in the single digits within the coming days, there are several options to help those most at risk come inside from the cold. First Congregational Church on South Palouse Street in Walla Walla will open an emergency warming center this evening at 7 o'clock. It will stay open through 7 a.m. Monday, January 15th. The Christian Aid Center on Birch Street will be open between 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. The Walla Walla Public Library is also offering a place to warm up Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. and also shorter hours on Saturdays. There are also several warming centers in Benton and Franklin counties. According to the Benton Franklin Health District, you can call 211 or visit wa211.org for information and a list of local warming centers. Each of the Tri-Cities have a new mayor to start 2024. I sat down with each of them to find out what's coming up for their respective cities as they start their terms. Kennewick Mayor Gretel Crawford has been on the City Council since 2022. There's a lot on the plate for Kennewick coming up, but Mayor Crawford explains what the city is focusing on most.
I think the message I'd like to say is that we have a new year, it's 2024, and I choose to look at it with opportunity. I think that we, as always, have a great community.
Mayor Gretel Crawford was appointed mayor by the Kennewick City Council January 2nd. She's lived in the Tri-Cities area for most of her life, graduated from Kamiakin High School, and stayed in Kennewick, starting 2 local businesses in her time in the Tri-Cities. One aspect she mentioned that Kennewick is working to improve is homelessness.
We still have issues, concerns with homelessness, but it's not to the degree at all that we used to get phone calls from both businesses and homeowners, but more so businesses. I think that the Kennewick Police Department does a fantastic job of when they're called for concerns, they come out and mediate the situation.
Another daunting task the city has on its hands is finding the next city manager.
But I think one of the biggest things we'll be doing is finding a replacement for Marie Mosley, and it's very important that we find the right person. And I think as we're looking forward, we have a lot of growth and a lot of change ahead.
There's a lot on the way for Kennewick, from infrastructure to more businesses, and Mayor Crawford explains that while change is sometimes scary,
I'd like to look at it as an opportunity, and the rest of the City Council is very much on board and on the same page with, I think, what we're looking for.
But that doesn't mean it happens overnight. Mayor Crawford said, while it might sound like a large title, it's actually not the mayor who makes most things move in the city.
And then what we realize is that we really are not the head of the organization. We simply direct policy and make some legislative decisions for the city. The city manager, again, that's why it's so important to find a really good replacement, is at the head of that organization, which is over 400 employees and 9 different departments.
Councilmember Crawford is now Mayor Crawford for the next 2 years.
Mayor Gretel Crawford was unanimously appointed mayor by the council with a vote of 6-0. Later today on AppleValleyNewsNow.com, you can read more about specific projects Kennewick Mayor Crawford noted. Mayor Crawford's term lasts for the next 2 years until December 2025. The city of Kennewick has reported that test results from last week's city water samples came back free of PFAS or forever chemicals. Concerns about the quality of drinking water in other areas of Yakima County prompted the tests. The EPA classifies PFAS as long-lasting chemicals whose components break down very slowly. Studies show exposure may be linked to harmful health consequences for humans and animals. Water Irrigation Manager Mike Shane says all test samples came back with no detection of PFAS in the city of Yakima's drinking water supply. He says all water sources were tested, including 4 wells, as well as samples from the Natchez River. These tests were last done in September 2023. Those results also came back negative. Crews have been hard at work building a new high school in Pasco that the district is hoping to open next year, 2025. This construction is possible because enough Pasco voters showed up and voted yes to pass a school bond. But another local district didn't see that kind of support. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner reports.
While Pasco voters narrowly approved a $195 million bond package last February, the Mabton School District put a bond on the ballot for the second time and got just 55% of the vote. Enough to pass in a simple majority, but not the supermajority, 60% or more, required to pass a bond.
The 60-40 rule undemocratically puts a submajority in charge of the outcome, which would be unthinkable in electoral politics. When a candidate gets 59% of the vote, that's considered to be a landslide, an epic win.
This bill tries to reduce oversight on the school district elections. If anything, Washington state citizens and taxpayers need stronger oversight regarding the 20 to 25-year school district bonds.
This year, the cycle starts all over again, with the Wapato School District preparing to ask voters for a $33 million bond next month. It would mean voting for higher property taxes, but district officials say they have to replace and upgrade school buildings, or they could start seeing tens of thousands of dollars in fines from the state in the next few years.
There was a push to make the state shoulder more of the burden of paying for new school buildings and maintaining old ones, but a state Supreme Court ruling says the government is responsible for education costs, not capital costs like building and maintaining schools. Stacey Lee returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We've got clear skies, chilly temps out there, 34 degrees on our sky cam, and our winds are light right now at 9 miles per hour. Look for gusty winds coming up later today.
Plus, a new push in the state legislature wants to give local governments more control on when they decide to hold elections, but some local election officials don't believe the change will be effective.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anna Laurie, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anna Laurie's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anna Laurie Winery today.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
Which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any qualifying Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Everybody's telling the truth. This is a weird case. What y'all want? You must be out your mind. You a gangster?
Guilty.
I've gotten over the flattery part. I'm here to do business. I am a judge. It sounds funny when I say it.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Voter participation tends to drop in odd-numbered years versus even-numbered and especially presidential election years, and it's especially low in Yakima County. State lawmakers have put forward House Bill 1932, which would allow cities to make the switch over to even-numbered years. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us local election officials have some concerns.
I spoke with Yakima County Auditor Charles Ross, who says even though it's true that they do get more ballots in on those even-numbered years, if people aren't filling out the whole ballot, which is often the case, there's no guarantee that this would end up in more votes on those local issues.
In presidential years, we see drop-off where people vote down the ballot a little ways and then they stop.
And with 131 local offices available to add to that ballot,
for all we know, it could have a negative impact. People get this great big ballot in the mail, and it looks like the clearinghouse sweepstakes, and they just say, I'm not filling that out and throw it away. I mean, who knows? That could happen.
Plus, he says it would create added stress for the local election systems.
Sizing of the ballot, production of the ballot, the proofing periods would all need to be elongated to make sure that we have correct ballots. I mean, all that takes human time, and when you cram all these contests onto one ballot, I think it's going to increase the opportunity for error in ballot production and distribution.
Ross says the state's made significant changes in recent years to try to get people engaged in voting, like automatic voter registration, free postage on mail-in ballots, and a ballot box in every city.
So far, the track record on all these efforts to just increase voter participation and turnout have really not worked, because at the end of the day, I think it's voter interest that is the biggest determining factor on turnout.
Ross says if the goal is more people voting on local issues, one alternative could be looking at changing special elections instead.
I'm a huge proponent of moving special elections to summer elections, that put them on the primary or put them on the November election, and those people are then motivated by that cause, whatever it be, that their teams are going to be promoting people to get out and vote for their issue. To me, that sounds logical. Consolidating years, to me, doesn't sound logical.
Lawmakers in the House State Government and Tribal Relations Committee will be taking a vote Friday on whether to advance that bill. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Coming up, an avalanche roared through a California ski resort near Lake Tahoe yesterday, killing one person as winter storms continue to slam the U.S. And Stacy Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
Let's go! Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour playing Toyota Center January 21st and Yakima Valley Sundome January 22nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/WA for tickets.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hatho Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hatho.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Hi everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have live agents available right now to answer your questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin with us in the Help Center. So Tom, phones are really busy over there. Tell us what kind of calls you're seeing.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the call center with you. We always enjoy talking to the viewers and getting folks the compensation that they deserve. You know, we're seeing calls about all kinds of accidents, but the most common by far has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live person. They'll answer any questions you have and tell you if you have a case and how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. All right, folks at home, you heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now.
Monday, NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time, Monday starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
I've been seriously considering getting rid of social media.
Do it.
I don't get it anymore. Therefore, when I don't get something, I decide that it's stupid.
Next time, Sterling K. Brown. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Thursday morning. Let's take a look at our Dust Devil Geisa Stadium Skycam. Clear skies. Winds are just starting to pick up this morning. 34 degrees. Winds are at 9 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 27. It's going to be chilly, and those winds are going to get strong and gusty later in the day. Let's take a look at our storm track for today. We're seeing some Cascade Mountain snow all the way into Oregon, and we'll continue to see that build up. We are going to get a bunch of snow here on I-84 as you head towards the Portland area, this lower elevation. So Highway 12 and I-84 could be tricky later today. So if you have any travel plans, be aware. We're going to see heavy mountain snow in the Cascades, or excuse me, in the Blue Mountains today as well. And along the foothills of the Blues, there are several winter weather advisories in play. Through Sunday, we have that Arctic blast coming down. We have wind chill advisories for north of the Tri-Cities, North Franklin County, up towards the Spokane area. Blowing snow possible as those winds pick up today and that system moves through. We could see a couple of feet of snow developing here in the Blue Mountains. And then along the foothills of the Blues and even these lower elevations could see some snowfall. Not a huge accumulation. We could see 4 to 8 inches though in some areas, so be aware of that, as well as the foothills, the east slopes of the Cascades. Cascade Mountains looking for another 2 to 3 feet over the weekend. Let's take a look at our future cast. Here comes that snow later this morning. You'll start to see that develop, and here is where I'm talking about that I-84 corridor just outside of the Dalles heading towards Portland. That could get a little dicey today travel-wise. Here comes those showers. We'll see some rain mix possible in the Tri-Cities even, and snow showers begin in Pendleton and along the foothills of the Blues, and it gets pretty thick and intense later as the day goes along. We could see some travel impacts here on I-84, so we'll continue to monitor and track that throughout the day. But again, get ready for those strong gusty winds. I can hear it whistling through our building right now, so those winds really starting to pick up through our region. Let's take a look at our snow accumulations. Again, the heaviest snow, Pendleton, Walla Walla, Dayton could see this much snow over the next 5 days. Looking very light here in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities. Up in Cle Elum, we could see a little over 2.5 inches there, and expecting some heavier snowfall as you get down that I-84 corridor, so be aware of that. Here's our wind advisory. That's in place today through Friday, 20 to 35 mile an hour gusts, with winds gusting up to 55 miles an hour in the areas in the blue here. But Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, we're going to see the majority of that. Let's take a look at our temperature trend. Here we are in the 40s today. Look at the drop off. Boom, we drop way down. That's that Arctic chill coming in, and we stay cold for the next several days, at least through the mid of next week. So be prepared for that. Overnight lows are going to be single digits and sometimes below 0. So just be prepared for that. Make sure you've winterized your home, taken care of anything that could freeze. Make sure you move that inside. Let's take a look at our wind gusts. Again, as we were talking today, very gusty in the Columbia Basin, the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, seeing those wind gusts, and the foothills of the Blues pretty much all day today. Things will start to calm down as we hit the evening hours, 7 p.m. or so. We'll still see those gusty winds, Pendleton, and again, those Blue Mountain areas where we could see, blizzard-like conditions going on today with all that snowfall. Here's what the winds look like moving into Friday, looking a little bit better, but with those chilly temperatures, any winds out there are going to make it feel extremely cold. Several weather alert days in place. Look at those overnight lows, -1 in Yakima Friday into Saturday morning. Very, very cold. That's dangerously cold. And if we take a peek at Walla Walla and Hermiston, you see similar conditions there. Look at our daytime high in Walla Walla on Saturday, 8 degrees, -1 overnight Friday into Saturday. Also in Hermiston, those chilly, chilly temperatures. So be safe out there. Bundle up. Check those past reports if you're hitting the road this weekend. Riley?
Next, the extreme weather hitting the plains and Midwest today as winter's latest cross-country storm moves east. The storm already dumped more than a foot of snow in the Sierra Nevada mountains, triggering a deadly avalanche at the largest ski area around Lake Tahoe. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
Overnight officials identifying the man who was killed in an avalanche at a ski resort near Lake Tahoe. 66-year-old Kenneth Kidd from nearby Truckee, California, died during the rare incident which happened inside an area designated for skiers. 3 others were injured. Skier Marcus Franklin watching it all unfold, jumping into action to save those trapped.
We attempted to organize like a grid search where you kind of move through the avalanche debris field, striking the snow, hoping to hit a body.
He captured the scramble to shovel out this man trapped beneath the snow. Fueling that avalanche, a major winter storm impacting the area, creating heavy snowfall and wind gusts over 100 miles per hour. That storm is now heading east to the already hard-hit plains and Midwest before striking the Northeast, hitting communities inundated with water from storms earlier this week. New video shows the scene Tuesday night. Firefighters near Philadelphia helping a man trapped in a tree with water rushing all around him. In Norwich, Connecticut, residents evacuated amid fears a dam on the Yantic River could bust open.
Hopefully this dam will not go. That's our biggest fear right now.
Rivers are raging from Maryland to Maine.
Wow, all that rain on top of the weekend snow has rivers like the Passaic here in New Jersey running high and rising.
Those communities unlikely to see a break in precipitation. Heavy rain and snow are predicted for many of those northeast areas beginning Friday evening. But through it all, residents are showing their resilience. In Wayne Township, New Jersey, roads are overflowing with water, unsafe to drive on, so Julie Lynch and her husband John bought a boat just to get to and from their house.
It's crazy, but you got to do what you got to do.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
When we return on Good Morning Northwest, tomorrow's inflation report could be a snapshot of the future of the American economy. And when we get back, we'll tell you what that means for you and your wallet.
We're Washington Broadband, Yakima's original internet company. With over 250 square miles of fixed wireless, 60 miles of cable, 20 miles of fiber to the home, we are serious internet. Throughout the year, our crews are building fiber and cable to homes and businesses in the upper Yakima Valley. We've never raised our prices in 28 years. With 7-day-a-week support, we're also a phone company. Go to WABroadband.com to find us. We're Yakima's hometown source to the world.
Get extra savings this holiday weekend at More Furniture during our massive New Year's sale. We're celebrating all weekend long with incredible values on furniture and mattresses store-wide. Your home deserves a fresh start for 2024, and we've got everything you need during the New Year's sale at More Furniture. Visit your local showroom or morefurniture.com to preview all sales specials.
Welcome to Fable Craft Bar, your next favorite place to experience. Be inspired by our stylish and locally crafted culinary delights. Join us Tuesdays for all-you-can-eat fish and chips, weekend brunch and football, Bookwalter wines, local beer, and signature cocktails. Savor the flavors of our delicious food to captivate your senses. Fable Craft Bar, stop for a bite. or bring delicious home with Uber Eats or DoorDash. 1705 Columbia Park Trail.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
For many people, a new year means setting new financial goals. It's important to understand the economic outlook for 2024 before making any big purchases. This Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will release the latest Consumer Price Index. It measures the prices of goods over time. That could be a key indicator of what we can expect for our bank accounts in 2024. Jen Sullivan breaks down how inflation and prices will impact you.
As we kick off 2024, the question for many consumers is how inflation will impact their wallet this year. There are a variety of indicators which show how the economy is doing, like the recent report that showed 216,000 jobs were added in December, exceeding expectations.
We have seen very strong GDP growth too, right? Productivity is above 5%. So that means that the inflation rate, right, combined with wage growth, there is some room for workers to keep doing better without having inflationary pressure.
While inflation is cooling, the cost of goods is still high. And interest rates remain high, which means if you're looking to buy a house or car this year, the cost to borrow that money will be more. And it doesn't look like those numbers will come down anytime soon.
Well, the Fed won't start talking about when they're going to cut rates. Market expectations are now forming that we'll see an interest rate cut in the middle of 2024.
If you are in the market to buy a home or car this year, experts say start getting your finances in order now. Check your credit reports. Monitor your credit score. If you can, save 20% down payment. Review home buying assistance programs. And lastly, pay down your other consumer debt. The good news is that financial experts predict interest rates for homes and cars will likely come down before the Fed makes any changes.
Interest rates on mortgages and automobiles will begin coming down well in advance of that, and they already are.
I'm Jen Sullivan.
Starbucks is being sued for the alleged deceptive marketing of its coffee and tea products. The National Consumers League filed the lawsuit Wednesday. The consumer advocacy group alleges that Starbucks misrepresents to consumers that it is committed to 100% ethical coffee sourcing and 100% ethically sourced tea. The lawsuit claims Starbucks coffee beans and tea leaves are sourced from supply chains that have committed severe human rights and labor abuses. The group says Starbucks is telling consumers a lie. In a statement in response, Starbucks says it plans to aggressively defend against the claims in the lawsuit, and the chain says it remains committed to working with its business partners to meet the expectations detailed in its global human rights statement. Coming up, President Biden's son heads back to court today for arraignment in Los Angeles on federal tax charges filed after the collapse of a plea deal that could have spared him the spectacle of a criminal trial.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm feeling this moment. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
To reduce your risk of cervical cancer, ask your doctor about the HPV vaccine and have regular Pap tests. There's more information on how to avoid cervical cancer at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
The secret of every great chef is their knives and how well they sharpen them. Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Imagine no more. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. Coated with Granite Stone non-stick and made of stainless steel. One of the hardest substances on earth for ultimate cutting-edge durability. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro.
Very comfortable. Very sharp. I thought you had to be a professional chef to cut like this.
Yeah. Woo! This is really an incredible knife.
The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy. To chop salads in seconds, cut frozen solid meat with ease, and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off, and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp, guaranteed. Why pay hundreds? Today you'll get this complete set of 6 NutriBlades for only $29.95. You'll get the powerful Santoku knife to chop large fruit and dice onions, the slicer for razor-thin veggies and deli meat, the serrated bread knife for slicing fresh, warm bread with ease, the ultralight chef knife with reduced surface area for less friction. This versatile utility blade is great in the kitchen and around your home. And the precision paring knife for peeling and garnishing. $29.95 is an amazing value, but order right now and we'll even ship them to you for free. So get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
To order, call 1-800-524-6914 or go online to buynutriblade.com. That's 1-800-524-6914 or go to buynutriblade.com. Order now.
Next extra, Austin Butler bonding with the man of the hour, Barry Keoghan, inside their new war epic. And has Austin seen Barry's moves in Saltburn? Hello. Plus, I've got Netflix's hottest new star. Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Today, Hunter Biden is expected to plead not guilty to 9 felony and misdemeanor tax offenses for what federal prosecutors say was a 4-year scheme to skip out on paying the $1.4 million he owed to the IRS. And former President Donald Trump is reportedly planning to attend the closing arguments in his civil trial later today.
And get ready for strong gusty winds. We're already seeing those through the Columbia Basin right now, gusting up to 20 miles an hour or so. Our feels like temp is 27. Grab your coat. Lots of details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. And get ready, we've got a blustery day. It's, again, ladies, not a dress day. We're seeing those breezy to gusty winds. Let's take a peek outside right now at our Legends Casino Skycam. You can see it bouncing around as those winds have really started to pick up. So your feels like temperature is going to be much cooler than that 34 degrees. So grab your coat. And again, ladies, don't wear those dresses and skirts today. Not a good day for that. We also have a temperature or storm track on queue for the Cascades again today, mainly down now a little bit lower southern Cascades of Washington across the I-84 corridor, the Columbia River Gorge, Hood Mountain, and I-84 Hood River area. Going to see some snow. Also some rain mix or rain showers a little bit later in the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities, and some heavy mountain snow for the Blue Mountains today. So there's winter weather advisories through the area. We're going to see some heavy snow. Skywatch radar, we're already starting to see some light snow showers, but developing south of 84 into those Cascade Mountains of Oregon. Get ready for those gusty winds. They're already starting up today. They're going to get a little more intense as the day moves along. We have a wintry mix possible in some areas tonight with snow coming over the weekend. We could see 4 to 8 inches in some areas of the lower elevations. And then the dangerous cold Arctic air is coming. We're going to see very chilly temperatures, sometimes -0 into the weekend. I'll get to all the details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Now to Hunter Biden in court today and on federal tax charges. It comes after his dramatic visit to Capitol Hill yesterday. The president's son walking into a House hearing where Republicans were preparing to hold him in contempt for violating a subpoena seeking his closed-door testimony. Here's ABC's Andrea Fuji.
This morning, Hunter Biden is expected to enter a plea for tax-related charges in Los Angeles, where he lives, accused of failing to pay at least $1.4 million in federal taxes and taking false deductions. The president's son has called the charges politically motivated. It comes just one day after Hunter's high-drama appearance on Capitol Hill, surprising lawmakers, walking into a House hearing where Republicans were preparing to hold him in contempt for refusing to testify behind closed doors. Hunter Biden has long said he would answer their questions, but only in public.
The chairman refused to take yes for an answer from Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden taking a seat right in the front row, the hearing thrown into chaos.
You are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of?
Democrat Jared Moskowitz of Florida firing right back.
I'm listening to the gentlelady from South Carolina about the witness being afraid to come in front of the committee. It's interesting. He's here. He doesn't seem to be too afraid.
For years, Republicans have tried to tie Hunter Biden's business relations to his father, but acknowledging they have found no concrete evidence of wrongdoing. After Hunter sat silently for 20 minutes when Chairman James Comer called on Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has attacked Hunter Biden in deeply personal terms, Biden walking out.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Moments later, Biden's lawyer with this parting shot.
The Republican chairs today then are commandeering an unprecedented resolution to hold someone in contempt who has offered to publicly answer all their proper questions. The question there is, what are they afraid of?
All eyes on New York Thursday, where Donald Trump's business empire in the state is at stake. The former president is set to attend closing arguments for his civil fraud trial. He's not expected to speak in court after Judge Arthur Engoron said Trump did not agree to restrictions for a statement. New York Attorney General Letitia James alleges Trump, his adult sons, and his company defrauded banks and insurance companies by inflating the value of their assets. James is seeking $370 million in damages and to bar Trump from doing business in the state. Engoron already ruled Trump and his co-defendants were liable for fraud before the trial began. This is only to determine the scope of the damages, as well as 6 additional claims, including conspiracy, issuing false financial statements, falsifying records, and insurance fraud. Stacey Lee is here with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And taking a look outside right now, it's pretty clear and calm, but we are seeing some breezy to gusty winds picking up through the area. Those winds will get stronger as the day moves on. I'll have all the details coming up shortly.
Plus, it's about that time to start busting out your wallets and loosening your belts as Girl Scout season is back with a few changes.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
In the heart of Tri-Cities wine country, you'll find the Goose Ridge Richland Tasting Room. Located in the center of our vineyards is an opportunity to enjoy life through wines, hard ciders, Monson Ranch spirits, light bites, and live music at Goose Ridge. More than you'd expect, more than just a winery.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Save the time, money, and stress of finding the perfect mattress when you shop at Sleepmore inside More Furniture. We have a huge selection of mattresses competitively priced with online mattress shops, but you get the benefit of feeling it for yourself in one of our many showroom locations. With mattresses starting from $199 and free direct shipping, why leave it up to chance when you can be confident in your decision at the same great value? Visit sleepmore.com to learn more.
Furniture legs can scar your floors, costing you a lot of cash. Now there's Ruby Sliders, the new chair leg covers that protect your floors, prevent scratching, and slide with ease without all the noise. They fit snugly on both size legs and glide across any floor. Now you can move even your largest furniture with no effort at all. Regular felt gets worn and easily falls off, but Ruby Sliders feature an ultra-tight nano-weave material attached with an industrial-strength adhesive to the cover, so they're built to last. Plus, they're ultra-flexible and conform to most sizes. They'll protect any kind of floor, from hardwood, laminate, ceramic tile, and more. Call or go online now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping. That's right, free shipping. This offer is not available on Amazon, so order now.
Call 1-800-701-0426 or visit rubysliders.com. So call 1-800-701-0426 now.
It's a quiet place along the Spokane River.
It's really peaceful. I like it, and there's not a ton of people out here.
And during the winter, it gets even more beautiful.
I like how the snow on rock, but it looks pretty.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
I've been seriously considering getting rid of social media.
Do it.
I don't get it anymore. Therefore, when I don't get something, I decide that it's stupid.
Next time, Sterling K. Brown. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. Get ready for Thin Mints Tagalongs and Caramel Delights. Girl Scout cookie season is here, and this is the year to settle back into tried and true favorites, as there are no new cookies this season. In fact, the Girl Scouts are taking away the Raspberry Rally, last year's new cookie, and it's been discontinued.
Oh, that's a bummer. I tried that. It was very good. Now, no matter what your preference is, get ready to open your wallet. The price of a box is going to go up from $5 to $6. Online orders will start shipping next month, but if you know a Girl Scout, you might be able to get yours even sooner.
I love that they added a gluten-free Girl Scout cookie in the last couple of years.
And the gluten-free ones are really good.
They are.
They're a little more expensive, so
yes.
they might go up an extra buck. But
yeah.
The cookie, my favorite time of year, Girl Scout cookies.
Do you have a favorite box?
Well, I mean, of course, Thin Mints is always going to be a favorite, and the Samoas. I'm sorry. Chocolate and coconut, you can't go wrong.
No, exactly.
All right, let's take a look outside. Our weather is going to get very windy. Our cameras are starting to shake around out there. We're seeing gusts 20 miles an hour or so right now. All the details coming up. First Alert Weather Forecast.
And the sports world is reacting this morning to the news that two high-profile football coaches are calling it quits. One of them hits pretty close to home. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so you can still save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs, and hello to killer new looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The New Year Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Thursday morning to you. Here's what things are looking like outside right now in our Legends Casino Skycam at Columbia Point in Richland, 34 degrees. Sustained winds around 9 miles an hour, but we've been seeing gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Our camera was shaking around just a little while ago. Traffic flowing nicely this morning on the highway. Storm track for today. We're going to see more Cascade Mountain snow showers. We have winter weather advisories in place. Plus, we're going to see some heavy mountain snow developing here in the southern portion of the Blue Mountains today. Plus, some mixed weather coming through the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities and even impacting the lower elevations of I-84 as you head towards Hood River and into the Portland area. Here comes those heavy-duty snow showers across Pendleton. We could see a few inches of snow picking up there today. So let's take a look at our winter weather advisories. We have an Arctic blast coming down. We're going to see those chilly temperatures. Heavy snow in the lower elevations, 4 to 8 inches, mainly along the foothills of the Blues, Pendleton, Hermiston, Walla Walla area. That's where we could see that. Blue Mountains are going to pick up anywhere from 16 to 32 inches, another 2 or 3 feet of snow in the Cascade Mountains. So just be aware and prepared for all of that. If you're traveling over the next couple of days, it's going to be winter driving conditions. There's the snow coming through the Cascade Mountains, kind of moving down from I-90. However, there's some mixed precip up there a little bit later today. Here comes those snow showers across I-84, mixed precip possible in the lower Yakima Valley into the Columbia Basin, and then we see those heavy snow showers here south of Pendleton. Again, I-84, Cabbage Hill, that area going to be impacted today. We might have some closures as well. We'll continue to see active weather getting into the weekend. A little bit of a break on Friday, but that doesn't mean anything. We're getting cold air now slipping down from Canada over the next couple of days. Here's snow accumulations for the next 5 days. A little bit in Cle Elum there. Light snow possible in the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley. This is where we're watching the heavy snow showers possible. Plus, we're tracking strong breezy to gusty winds through the area, Columbia Basin. Things will start to calm down, though, as we get into our Friday. So just be prepared for all of that gusty wind today, looking better into the weekend. Temperatures, though, it's going to be cold. Mixed precip possible today in the Columbia Basin and Yakima. Look at these overnight low temperatures down in the single digits, -1 overnight Friday into Saturday for Yakima. Walla Walla, Hermiston area as well. Mixed precip available there today. We're going to see some snow showers possibly on Friday. Weather alert days in place. -1 Friday to Saturday in Walla Walla. So very, very cold. Again, if you're traveling anywhere out of the Columbia Basin, Yakima Valley, make sure you check those past reports and be prepared for winter driving conditions. Let's take a look at our ski report thanks to Schweitzer Mountain Resort. Here's what it's looking like up on the hill. There's some avalanche warnings in those areas out in the Idaho Panhandle. So if you do go skiing up that way, make sure you stay in bounds. Here's what we're looking at as far as new snow accumulations and weather advisories for the area. 13 degrees, going to be a chilly day on Schweitzer. They have 3 inches of new in the last 24 hours. Base at 28, and again, your wind chill factor -4. You're going to want to bundle up cover your entire body to go skiing today. 21 degrees at Ski Bluewood. They've got 6 inches of new snow there, based up at 36. And if you're headed out to White Pass today, 22 degrees with the wind chill at 7, so cold there as well. 2 inches of new snow over the last 24 hours. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. A pair of goodbyes has taken the sports world by surprise. 2 coaches, 2 stunning announcements, and both 72 years old. Here's ABC's Danny New.
He's done a brilliant job. It's one thing to find out an all-time great coach is stepping down.
And we have breaking news from Chris Lowe at this moment.
But yesterday, the football gods went for the 2-point conversion.
Was that a good game or what?
Alabama head coach Nick Saban shocking the sports world with the announcement of his retirement only a few hours after Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll announced he was stepping down as well.
It's been an honor and a thrill to be part of this program.
Carroll spoke first, getting emotional while looking back on his 14-year run with the Seahawks, of course highlighted touchdown Seattle by the city's only Super Bowl championship in 2014. However, it was actually a longer relationship that perhaps got to Carroll the most when he started to thank his wife of nearly 50 years, Glenna.
The angel in my life. This is worth crying for.
And Mike Garrett, the athletic director, hugging his head coach.
Carroll, you may remember, also coached at USC. And speaking of college football and absurd records,
it's Nick Saban.
Alabama's highest paid state employee really sent TV and social media into a frenzy yesterday, announcing in a statement that he was retiring after 28 years as a head coach and 17 seasons with the Crimson Tide. He wrote that he and his wife Terry have, quote, enjoyed every minute of our 17 years being the head coach at Alabama, as well as becoming a part of the Tuscaloosa community. But let's now play a game called Insane Nick Saban Stats. He won the Southeastern Conference 11 times. Since 2008, his second year, Alabama has never had less than 10 wins. And, of course, those 7 national championships I mentioned, 6 with Bama and 1 with LSU, is the most in college football history.
Now, the history with Carroll's college championships at USC is controversial, but one fun fact, his 2003 title was technically shared with LSU, whose coach that year was Nick Saban. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
We're going to try to clear all you guys out.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Heroes of the Avalanche.
There's a slide at the mountain with subjects buried.
The person was fully buried, so you couldn't see any sign of a glove or anything.
Stories of survival emerging from the deadly avalanche that claimed 1 life at the Palisades Tahoe Ski Resort. Marcus Franklin jumping into action to rescue buried skiers. This morning, he's telling his story to GMA.
We attempted to organize like a grid search where you kind of move through the avalanche debris field, striking the snow, hoping to hit a body.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest live on the scene. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Come check out town.
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season. Now try Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit Plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to Stacy with your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. There are several options in Walla Walla to help those most at risk come inside from the cold that's on the way. First Congressional Church on South Palouse Street in Walla Walla will open an emergency warming center this evening at 7. It will stay open through 7 a.m. Monday, January 15th. The Christian Aid Center on Birch Street will be open from 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. The Walla Walla Public Library is also offering a place to warm up Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. The Mount Adams School District in White Swan went on lockdown Wednesday morning after authorities say a juvenile pointed a rifle at the district's SRO. According to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, it happened outside White Swan High School around 7:40 a.m. Authorities say no shots were fired and the juvenile was taken into custody without incident. And since the juvenile male is an enrolled tribal member, the case has now been transferred over to the Yakima Nation Tribal Police. A vehicle crash near Walla Walla left one person dead and 2 others injured. According to the Washington State Patrol, 44-year-old Lee Erin Kennedy of Dayton was killed in the crash. WSP says she was driving her Chevy Suburban westbound on State Route 12 about 3 miles east of Walla Walla when she collided with an eastbound Chevy Tahoe in the center of the roadway. Investigators have not yet determined the cause of the crash. The city of Yakima has reported that test results from last week's city water samples came back free of PFAS, or forever chemicals. The EPA classifies PFAS as long-lasting chemicals whose components break down very slowly. Water Irrigation Manager Mike Shane says all test samples came back with no detection of PFAS in the city of Yakima's drinking water supply. He says all sources were tested. These tests were last done in September 2023. Those results also came back negative. State lawmakers are working to up voter participation in odd-numbered years with House Bill 1932. The bill allows local governments to choose whether they want to hold elections in odd or even-numbered years. Advocates claim cities with low participation could get more involved in even-numbered years since voters already plan to send in ballots. But opponents are concerned that there's no guarantee those voters wouldn't just skip the local election section anyway. State lawmakers are considering a proposal that would cause school bonds to pass with over 50% voter approval instead of the 60% that it's currently at. State lawmakers are considering removing the threshold of voter participation for school bonds and only requiring a simple majority, over 50% approval. A committee vote is scheduled for this afternoon, and it could show up on a ballot this year if it makes it through committee and gets 2/3 majority support in both chambers. If you're traveling out of the Tri-Cities Airport this spring, prepare to pay more for parking. Starting in March, long-term parking increases to $12 per day with $16 per day for the short-term lot. But the rates are staying the same if you're just picking up or dropping off at $2 per hour. The extra income is expected to help pay for parking lot improvements and other airport renovation and expansion work.
And let's take a look outside on our Dust Devil Giesa Stadium sky cam. 34 degrees. We're seeing sustained winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it's been gusting up to 20 already this morning. Those winds are going to get a little more intense as the day moves along, kind of like the other day. So tumbleweed patrol, you'll be on that today. Let's take a look at our wind advisory. 25 to 35 mile an hour sustained winds gusting up to 55 miles an hour all through the area in blue, and of course Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities as well. Let's talk about the weather. What's going on today? We're going to see possibly some showers or rain mixed with snow later today for both Yakima, Tri-Cities. We have a little bit of a break tomorrow. However, look at the temperature drop from 44 to 19 overnight, with overnight lows getting dangerously cold down into the single digits. -1 overnight Friday into Saturday for Yakima, and then add any little bit of wind to that, and our wind chill factors could be anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees below zero. So that is some dangerously cold winter weather temperatures headed our way. Let's take a look at Walla Walla. We're cold there as well. We drop from 39 to 17 tomorrow. Look for mixed precip, gusty winds today, both in Hermiston and in Walla Walla. And we could see a little bit of snow accumulation there as well. And once again, those temperatures dangerously cold. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5 o'clock. Have a fantastic Thursday.